heard some hostile camps were wiped off the map.
Want to challenge your instincts and corporate skills?
Welcome to Feeling Realty. I'm Zora, and I'm here to help with whatever. What brings you in today? Looking to settle down? That's fine. It happens all the time. I'm here if you have any more questions, or if... Well, first of all, let me just say, let's see what we... Right now, I've got a little place in the well that's up for grabs. Needs some work, and I have a penthouse apartment in one of the residential towers. Sound like something... No pressure here. Enjoy your time in New Atlantis.
Authorized personnel. Your presence stay here.
Well, what a pleasant surprise. When I heard you and Hadrian were headed for Londinian of all places, I presumed you must be on... Did you find what you were looking for? Good news, then. So, what exactly are you doing here? Plenty still to be done in defeating the Terramorphs. Did you? Well, I don't know what you think you heard on this recording, but I sincerely hope you didn't come to the wrong conclusions. After all, given the Cabinet's current state of anxiety, they might misinterpret such a discovery to mean I could have been involved with the attacks. Perhaps I can convince you to keep this among us. You know, you're far more clever than I expected. You want to hear the words, then? I did it. The Terramorph attacks on Tau City, New Atlantis, my doing. Years of coordination between my associate and I, figuring out how to deploy the Lazarus plant's pollen outside of Londinian, learning to synthesize it, use it as a weapon. Now, being as clever as you are, I'm sure you have thoughts on why I might do such a thing. Hardly. The attacks were a correction. When I discovered the plant, I did consider handing over what I'd found. But we were at war, and I couldn't risk information that dangerous falling into the wrong hands. So I ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport, fixing two problems at once: halting the spread of the city's Terramorph outbreak, and sealing away knowledge of the plant's potential. Simple to say now, but with the outbreak raging from a barely understood source, the moment demanded quick action. So I did what was required. I removed the dangerous variable from an already catastrophic war. But then, as the war ended, my trial, my execution. And what did I get in return? Was there any effort by the UC to protect my legacy? No. We were sacrificed when all we did was serve. So I kept what I'd learned and arranged the attacks to set things right again. I become a trusted advisor, having found Kaiser, the research team, and cement my new position of influence when I hand them the name of the person responsible for the dear departed Dr. Reginald Orlays, the associate who aided me all these years, and what luck he was stopped dead before he could hurt anyone else. His decades on the run brought to... There are no heroes without a villain. I simply arranged the opportunity for us to overcome one. And we all benefit. It's why I had Orlays reprogram Kaiser. Had that old machine guide you to where I found the plant all those years ago. I went and look at the results. I know isn't that preferable to languishing away in obscurity? Running jobs on the tail end of... with only the vague hopes of perhaps earning the right to buy a home in the well someday. I'm simply looking for you to acknowledge. And let's not forget the importance of our actual endgame. Eliminating the terramorphs. Securing knowledge of the Lazarus plant. What we've said, I'm simply requesting one more life be protected. Mine. I've already sent along the evidence of Orlays' role in the attacks to the cabinet. All I ask is that you confirm as much to the cabinet. After all, I do still have a long list of threats to the UC. That is a pity, Captain. But I'm in no position to negotiate. Just think about the opportunity I've provided here. There are more on the right.
Authorized personnel only. Your friend has to stay here.
Yes?
Perfect timing. We just got in. So on our end, good news. The microbe and the Aceles are both as effective against heat leeches as they are against terramorphs.
Means either plan should work for clearing those critters off our worlds.
Considering what the Lazarus plant is capable of, I don't think we can deal with those things fast enough. I already sent along info to the cabinet to get them up to speed. So what about your end? Did you find anything? Did my father tell you what he knew about the Lazarus plant? I knew it. The second I heard that recording, I knew. Why? Did he say why he did it? It takes some deeply twisted logic to think anything did more harm to the Sanan name than him.
Somehow, after all that has transpired, he still believes himself to be the hero. He created this whole situation just so others would see him the way he sees himself. But all it has done is further expose him for what he really is.
Well, once we inform the cabinet, They can ensure he won't be able to do anything like this ever again. Exactly. Bring justice to everyone he's hurt. So I guess that gives us our final answer. Nothing left to do, unless there was more to discuss. This might be our last opportunity to talk things through before the cabinet weighs in on a decision regarding the Terramorphs. Then here we go.
Welcome back, all of you. I wish we were meeting under better circumstances. But according to Hadrian's report, and the second one I just received, it seems the Terramorph attack on New Atlantis was no random occurrence, but a planned strike. Is what I'm reading here true?
My God.
An attack? Using Terramorphs? How is that possible?
You will all receive a full briefing once we're done here. So then, is what the second report claims correct? Did Reginald Orlays commit these attacks, Captain?
Orlays? It's true, ma'am. I heard the recording myself. My father figured out how to use Terramorphs as weapons.
He did what?
That's impossible. He doesn't have the kind of access to...
Clearly, he made his own access, Chief Sarkin. Madam President, I have been saying for years that not dealing with that man was gonna end in tragedy.
Enough! I hope everyone here understands that what has just been shared is a state secret of the highest order. This information does not leave this room. Now, that's quite the accusation you're leveling, considering Francois Sanon has not left containment for the better part of 2 decades. You have evidence to back this up?
It just transformed. A Terramorph out of thin air. An invisible weapon. No planet would be safe.
Heavens help us. Is that actually him?
I'd know that voice anywhere. That's Francois.
He knew they could do this, and said nothing.
He's a sociopath. Plain and simple, ma'am.
Officer, please collect that recording.
Yes, ma'am. Begging your pardon, Captain.
We'll, of course, be launching a full investigation into how this could have happened. Though I have little doubt the Admiral will be quick to share all he knows on the subject once confronted with that recording. Chief Yassine, can you send one of your interrogators to have a little chat with the Admiral?
I'll issue the order immediately.
Good. Combined with everything else you all have uncovered. Well, I don't think the United Colonies can thank you enough. We failed the people of the colonies by not dealing with Vayvictus sooner. I intend to rectify that mistake immediately. I'm inclined to agree, Captain. Now, with our villain unmasked, we can attend to the other matters at hand. With the threads you've brought together here, the Lazarus plant, the attacks, the heat leeches, the 3 of you have likely spared thousands of lives. But it now falls to the Cabinet to... As such, the Cabinet will be securing the Lazarus plant on Londinian. All materials related to the plant will be classified to ensure no one else learns its true nature.
A sound decision, Madam President.
I'm glad you think so. So then, to our final topic. The Cabinet has agreed to implement a plan that will deal with the Terramorph, and now also Heat Leech presence on human worlds. In fact, we've already begun enacting measures to check all UC ports and settlements for undiscovered nests. But we all understand this is only a partial solution. The project we're embarking on will be a long and difficult one. So our first step...
Madam President, this microbe is clearly too much of a risk. The Aseles are the safer approach.
To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps? The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Using it to wipe out the Terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity.
And fast results always lead to the best outcomes. Don't.
As you can see, there remains debate among the cabinet. Major?
We've had a few discussions, but our group is similarly split. Only the captain has yet to weigh in.
I see. Captain, I know this may not...
Glad to see someone's not afraid of a little applied genetics. The science division is in full agreement.
Let us hope this science division truly knows what they are doing.
Grand threats merit grand actions, and grand actions are precisely what our group does.
Order, please. And Major Sinan? Dr. Walker, you'd find this acceptable?
We trust the captain's judgment.
Then the matter is settled. We'll begin the process immediately. Today marks day one for the United Colonies Terramorph Management Division, making you three the founding members of the TMD. As befits such a group, the Cabinet wanted to display its gratitude. Today, we will be adding 3 new Class 1 citizens to our ranks.
Class 1? For the 3 of us? Are you joking?
What he means to say is, thank you, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
You all have earned it. Now, there's much to be done. Major Sinan, Dr. Walker, I hope you two are willing to continue your efforts spearheading the TMD's research on Mars.
We'd be honored, ma'am.
As for you, Captain, the Vanguard will be providing much of the on-the-ground support for the team. As a member of both the Vanguard and the TMD, speak to your commander, Tuala, if I recall correctly. He should be able to provide you with assignments going forward. Plus, on behalf of the whole of the United Colony, this meeting is adjourned.
Something to report?
Shocked doesn't begin to describe it. But at least we now know the parties responsible.
Well, I've got to say, this is a first.
I
Never had a Class 1 citizen in my...
allergic to bureaucracy.
No need to thank me. You brought this on yourself. I've already gone ahead and processed your Class 1 benefits. All UC goods and services should now have a thanks for protecting the colony, and the credits should be in your account. But to get into your penthouse, you'll have to pay a visit to the Aphelion Realty office. They should be able to grant you access. Higher-ups wanted to make sure you know how much they appreciate. But with all that squared, there are your standard Vanguard missions, putting those pilot skills, or you could help the TMD in cleaning up Terramorph. Oh, and I got a request from Dr. Walker. Wanted your help collecting biological samples to keep it. Any of those missions call to you? Suppose that's true. Well, we could here we go. Report says ships at these coordinates fired on United Colonies craft. You're cleared to use lethal force if necessary. Notation mentioned Crimson Fleet, so I'd be ready for a scrap. Fly smart out.
Lost their shields. Tragic. Just tragic.
Grandfamily made that time, right? We're here. Seals are tight, we're docked.
We got company!
I take back anything bad I ever said about the Rangers. Those damn hijackers are getting worse. Thank you. But I'm still just shaken up. You Rangers. And now, I need a long shower to forget all this. Thanks.
Ship's released. Let's go.
Even without life, there is the potential for beauty.
Bring it! Thresholds on our equipment, but exceeding them.
necessary assistance.
Some sort of science facility. A rather unique design. I wonder if it is for show or serves some particular purpose.
Scanning for visual. Detecting hostile. I need the person.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in your pockets.
Just for fun? No? Landing gear is ready. Sight is clear. Time to land this one.
Always good.
You're free soon. Could we talk?
Captain,
It is a relief to know that the terramorphs are being dealt with. I wanted to tell you that I think you made the right decision. The microbes will ensure this is not a problem for much longer. Yes, it sounds as though the microbes will be quite effective. Although it may be taking a chance in a different way. Do you think there's a chance there could be unintended effects of using this untested microbe? I admire your confidence, and I do hope you are right. And I must say, I find it curious that you would agree keeping the Lazarus plant around is a good idea. It seems an additional, unnecessary risk. I'm afraid I do not share your optimism. If it exists, there is a chance it will be used as a weapon again. I find it even more concerning that the United Colonies will keep this information secret. They have enough power already. They do not need this in their arsenal. Well, it is good to know that this particular threat is behind us. What Constellation has been for. This place, Starborn, all of it.
Landing gear. Yep. Thrusters. Check. Sight. Clear.
Greetings, Captain.
I do not think I could tire of seeing these magnificent structures.
United Colony space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Be advised, you have been identified as a known... You're on the wanted list. Halt and prepare to be boarded, or we'll be forced to open fire. Copy that. Stay on course while we escort you in.
How's the investigation going? No major hiccups, I hope? Holding up. See you later.
Liftoff controls. Let's go. We're in orbit. What next?
Ship is now docked. Perfect.
Let us see how Vladimir is faring.
The Eye continues to be operational.
Been washing red here and there. Got one. I'd go into the astronomical charting data with you, but clear as day just to point you right to it.